Plans for the game on Thursday was just my usual match plan, but there was the added bonus that this was a World Cup qualifier and there was a chance we could play the playoff final against Austria or Wales, and then a step close to the World Cup in Qatar at the end of the year. So at the moment it was just my normal match day atmosphere, but with the added bonus that it was against Ukraine, a country that I've had 20 years association with, and I was in a kind of between a rock and a hard place with this match because while I'm Scottish through and through and a Scotland fan and everybody knows me will tell you I'll just live and die for Scotland, and at the same time you've got Ukraine, which is a country that's been so good to me. I've got family there now, my 2 children, they're half Ukrainian, half Scottish. Just the game on Wednesday was just something I was really looking forward to. I had friends coming over from Kiev and wanted to be part of this game, which was going to be a sellout, so it was going to be a really special day, no matter what the result was. Ukraine's basically a country I've had 20 years of association with. I'm a Scotland fan who goes to many Scotland away games, and started in 1998 when I went to the World Cup, and then started going to qualifiers after I left school in 2000. Scotland against Lithuania in Kaunas in 2003. I went to this restaurant, got chatting to this girl, the next table, just how are you, blah, blah, blah. I said, whereabouts in Lithuania are you from? And she says, oh, I'm not from Lithuania, I'm here on an exchange programme with Christian Aid. I'm actually from a country you've probably never heard of, called Ukraine. And to me it was a case of, oh no, I'm a bit of a sad sack when it comes to knowledge and all that. And I said, oh no, Shevchenko, Chernobyl, yeah, I know Ukraine, part of the Soviet Union. And she was quite impressed that I'd actually heard of Ukraine and knew a bit about it. And she said, we swapped email addresses and just chatted a while. Then next year I said I fancy going out to Ukraine just to see Kiev, and we got chatting, and not long after that we started dating. And I said to her, Scotland are playing Moldova and Chisinau in a couple of months' time, do you want to come down, meet my friends, meet the Scotland fans? And I thought she'll say no, not interested. And to my surprise she said yes, and really 2 years later we were married. She moved to Scotland. We've lived in Scotland for the last 17 years now, and 2 kids. We don't hide their Ukrainian roots. They're very proud of their Ukrainian roots. When Scotland women's team played Ukraine recently, I was sitting up there with my daughter, and 1 minute she was cheering Scotland, the next minute she was cheering Ukraine. So to me it's part of me now. It's amazing how people have come together. I mean, first couple of days after the war started we were in shock really and didn't know what to do. It was just in a right slump. We just couldn't do anything. We just focused on the news. We then thought, right, we've got to get ourselves out of this, so we started putting out an appeal in our little village just to get some things there. Like, we asked the embassy in London and we asked the consulate in Edinburgh, what do you actually require for the people who are fleeing Ukraine and stuck on the Polish border just now? And they said we need nappies, we need children's medicine, we need plasters, first aid kits. So we put out an appeal, and within a week we had a lorry load of stuff that we packed up and was ready to send out to Poland. And on top of this, I'm also the secretary of a Scottish football fans charity called the Tartan Army Sunshine Appeal, and people were coming to us and saying, how can we donate money to you to give to help people in Ukraine? So if people are giving us money, we set up an individual fund that was going straight to Ukraine. One was a children's charity in Lviv in western Ukraine, which is safe enough just now, but in the last couple of days there's been a few isolated bombings in and around Lviv, so we're quite worried. But they recommended an orphanage that looks after 400 children with Down syndrome and other severe disabilities. So we put an appeal out for money to raise money for this organisation, and within a week we had £2,000. After we thought that was great, and that was what we left at. Then the next thing we knew, people were saying, I want to donate £1,000 to you. We just got told yesterday that Stirling Albion are going to donate £1,000 from the gate money from their game today. And just people are coming saying to us, we want to help in any way we can. So we're aiming to get as much money sent out there as possible. Other things, you've got the incredible work that the Dnipro Kids are doing, the Hibernian fans charity. When the war started, people were offering me and my wife money to buy items of nappies and milk formula for babies and stuff, and we said no, we don't want to handle people's money. So we selected the Dnipro Kids as our chosen charity for the time being, and it's just been heartwarming to see the guys go out with buses to collect these orphans from a really war-torn part of Ukraine, get them to Poland, and just every day watching the news that they're trying to get them to Scotland. Last week I was approached by a guy who makes football socks, just novelty socks, and he said, I want to help Ukraine anyway, can you help me find a charity or a donation? And I'll donate £1,000. And I've got a friend in Kiev, she helps at a children's cancer charity from an orphanage just outside of Kiev. They had to close 2 weeks ago, so they had all these children with severe cancer that have really got no time to live, and they've got to get them first they've got to get them to safety, but also they've got to get them treatment. So they were transporting them to Western Ukraine, to the cities of Ternopil, which is where my wife's from, to Liev, and then they're getting some into Poland. And I heard yesterday they got a little boy who's severely sick, and they've got him to Genoa in Italy, where he's going to receive his treatment. So I was delighted that I could help out getting £1,000 to them, and it looks like we might get some more money to them next week as well with the sale of more socks.